It's time for Coffee with the Chicken Ladies, a podcast for people who love chickens.
Hey everybody, and welcome. It's Chrisie&Holly from Coffee with the Chicken Ladies. We're here, and this is episode number 277 of our podcast, where we talk about everything chicken, family, fun, and
more chickens.
More chickens. We drink a ton of coffee. I'm talking a ton. But most importantly,
we hug chickens every day.
And we kiss them too. Don't forget. We brew coffee from a little coffee roaster in Houston, Texas. Bright and early coffee. Holly Ann, what kind of coffee are we brewing today?
Texas cinnamon.
We love ourselves some Texas cinnamon. Now, you're missing out if you're not drinking this Texas cinnamon. It is a lovely coffee, a great blend. And we have a code, CWTCL 15 for 15% off a bagged coffee, so you can try it. Where should everybody go?
brightenearlycoffee.com.
And if you use K-Cups, they have them over on Amazon. Follow them on social media. Are you ready to sip some of this delicious Texas cinnamon coffee and chat?
I am. But first, a word from our sponsor.
We have some exciting news to share from our sponsor, Grubbly Farms. They're here, new and improved, Grubbly's World Harvest.
I'm a longtime subscriber, and my flock love the healthy, nutritious treats, plus orders $40 and more ship free.
If you haven't heard, Grubbly's has a fantastic layer pellet and crumble feed. It's packed with plant and insect protein, perfect for those picky chickens and ducks.
Grubbly Farms makes food and treats for healthy pets and planet.
To support us and Grubbly Farms, use the link grubbly.co/coffee. Try it today. Okay, so first things first, we want to thank all the people, all the lovely people that we've met in Montana and at Murdoch's and Nutrina.
Oh, it was fantastic. Thank you, Murdoch's, for hosting us. Thank you to our Nutrina partners for hosting us as well, setting up this tour. It's been fantastic. I mean, great people, great questions, great fun. It was wonderful.
And cowgirl boots, so it was great.
Lots of boots, lots and lots of boots. And you don't have to miss out because you can come and see us this coming weekend. We will be at Blaine's in Janesville, Wisconsin on Saturday the 21st.
Yes, we will. Check out the local store to see if you have to pre-register. Some of the stores have you pre-registering. That way they know how many supplies they have for the crafts and all the good giveaways that you're going to get. Yes, there's giveaways. Besides meeting us, you can get some good stuff. Okay, so yeah, come out this weekend and meet us. We would love to chat chickens with you. Now, what else is going on?
Ducks and geese. We'll chat some waterfowl too.
What's going on over at your place?
It's St. Patrick's Day, so there's lots of yummy Irishy food being prepared. I always make soda bread every year, so that's fun. We have a good recipe for Irish soda bread that includes gluten and dairy-free options on our website under our Farm Fresh Recipes tab. If you haven't already, pre-order our book, please.
That's your thing. Pre-order. Everybody. Buy. So that we get credit for this.
My mom just bought a copy last night.
Yay. Thanks, Miss Jane. I do, before I forget, want to wish Henry a happy birthday on here. Sophia's boyfriend of going on 2 years. So happy birthday, Henry. Hope you're having a great day.
Has it really almost been 2 years?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's crazy.
Happy birthday, Henry.
Young love. So the weather controls our chicken keeping a lot of the time.
Controls my whole damn farm.
Yeah. I mean, my girls are happy to be outside. There have been days here and there that I'm like, okay, you can come in for today, then go back out. The chicken stroller has been in full effect.
Chicken stroller can go off-road, so it's perfect.
I sometimes see how many chickens I can put in one chicken stroller at one time. I think I'm up to 5. And that's simply to go from the back of the yard to the front of the yard to go on a pop-up. So it's not a long time, but it's how many chickens can you get in one trip?
I've seen you get several chickens into the chicken stroller, for sure.
The chicken stroller. I bought that one so many years ago on Facebook Marketplace. Best $30 of my life.
Yeah.
And it also acts as a makeshift nesting box in the garage for the girls that are in there.
They love to get in that and lay their eggs. It's so funny. I'll come in and I'll see somebody peeking at me from the stroller.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I was thinking about that today. I was like, while I was using it, and I was like, You could add that in a run, but it would have to be in a weatherproof area or just on nice days, stick it out there. But why ruin it? Take your chickens for a walk. Take them somewhere and walk them in the stroller.
Also, if they're getting into the stroller direct from the run, I think you'd have more dirt in there.
Oh, yeah, you would. But I have so many nest pads and towels and blankets. They love it in there.
It's lined.
Oh,
for their personal laying pleasure.
I mean, even Lucy gets in there when she can. She's the girl. She's a quick layer, though. The other day I saw her in there because she was in the garage. I mean, I saw her jump in there within 3 minutes. She was like doing the thing where she was scratching the blankets. There was an egg. I was like, dang, that was fast.
My silver and brown leghorns are fast, too. They do not have time to waste, man. They lay that egg and they're out of there. They got stuff to do.
And on that note, if you're listening to our show and you're loving it, head on over to Apple Podcast and leave us a written review. We love reading your kind words. They really do make our day, and it's a free way to help our show. While you're there, hit that subscribe button because you never want to miss any fun, and they'll put it in your queue just ready to go.
If you're looking for other ways to help support the podcast, you can tell a few chicken, duck, or goose loving friends about us. You can share your favorite episodes on social media. You can become a patron of the show, patreon.com/coffeewiththechickenladies. If you join our hen level and you go to the monthly Zoom happy hours, sometimes we surprise you with guests.
We do.
And those are usually really, really fun question and answer things. We've had Fiona, among others.
Yeah, it's been fun. And the ladies have turned into our friends. It's just...
yeah, they're all great. If you're looking for other ways to help support the show, you can visit our website and our show notes, use our affiliate links and discount codes, and buy products from our sponsors.
Yay! You know what I love when it's 95 degrees outside?
Being inside.
Well, that too, but I really love cleaning my igloo chicken coop.
Yeah, it is so easy to clean. You don't have to break a sweat.
And you can use a water hose or pressure washer, so it doubles as a cool down. I also love those run covers.
Oh man, the shade is superb. I go into the run to cool off.
Yep, my flock's covered during the heat of the day, just chilling.
Meanwhile, we're melting on the patio. Seriously, can we get in on this amazing coop design for ourselves?
They're out there living the dream.
So when it's pushing 100 degrees, the right setup matters.
That's why we choose an igloo.
Get your girls their own just in time for summer.
Search Omelette. That's OMLET.
The Breed Spotlight is brought to you by Murray McMurray Hatchery, defining quality for generations. For over a century, Murray McMurray Hatchery has remained a trusted family-owned business working tirelessly to ensure our poultry meet the highest standards.
Whether you are an experienced enthusiast or just embarking on the journey, look to McMurray Hatchery for guaranteed quality, rare, and heritage breeds, low minimums, and all the supplies you need to raise your flock. Request a free catalog today. Shot through the heart, and you're to blame, baby. You give love a bad name. It's time for the Breed Spotlight. Da da da. Yeah.
All right. A for effort, but damn, that was some of your not best singing, let's say. But I appreciate the effort. So,
this week's Breed Spotlight is
the Jersey Giant. Chris, you could get a Jersey Giant rooster and name him John Bon Jovi.
I got one rooster already, and that's enough.
You don't want another rooster the size of Ricardo?
No, I just like my little man because he's nice and little.
He is little, it's true. Which is the opposite of the Jersey Giant. The Jersey Giant is the largest breed of chicken in the world. Some people will tell you it's the Brahma. They are wrong.
What about the Indigo Gigante?
They might be taller, but they are not bigger. Because we're talking height.
Wider.
Yeah. Well, the Malay can actually be taller, the heritage breed Malay. But Malays average about 9 or 10 pounds, for a good-sized cockerel, where Jersey Giant roos can easily weigh between 10 and 15 pounds.
Yeah, they're heavy. They're big boys.
They are big. Both of those breeds are taller and larger than Brahmas. I don't care what kind of smoke and mirrors you've seen on TikTok. Those videos and photos are smoke and mirrors. They're not bigger. And I've had some big Brahmas in my day. Ricardo, my wonderful Jersey Giant rooster, he stood about 2 feet high, which is about the same height as a Malay.
Turkeys still have them, though. The turkeys are still bigger.
Oh, turkey's always going to win the big contest.
Oh, yeah. I mean, when those turkeys put those feathers out, too, they look even more massive.
I like
the
when
toms.
they put their feathers out and they start to do the dance where they spin around.
They look massive.
Jersey Giants are beautiful chickens, especially if you get to see a whole flock of them in the sun, that beautiful iridescence. They are an American heritage breed, and you will find them in the American class in the American Poultry Association Standard of Perfection. The last time we profiled the Jersey Giant, they were in the watch category of the Livestock Conservancy's conservation priority list, and they are, much to my shock, now in the recovering category.
That's not my shock. They are carried a lot in farm supply stores.
I just don't see other people. I just don't see people with them. I don't know. I don't feel like we see them that often, but good. People are getting them. Awesome.
I think they're a good utility breed.
Absolutely.
I feel like people say on socials, they're not pushing their Jersey Giants for some reason. I don't know why, but I think a lot of people have them. I mean, I think they're just like, those are my big chickens. Now, if we still had Jersey Giants, if you did or I did, they would be out there all the time because we would be like, look at this big chicken. Look at this big chicken. Look at this big chicken.
I still have Ruth Bader Ginsburg, but she was the smallest.
Senior. She's senior.
She is very senior. She's 8, and she's also was the smallest of my Jersey hens. So I think she's in the book in a few places anyway.
Yeah.
The Jersey Giant was admitted to the American Poultry Association Standard of Perfection in 1922 in elegant and basic black. The white was accepted in 1947, and the blue giant was accepted in 2003. Splash is not currently an accepted color, but it is beautiful. And I'm pretty sure Mount Healthy has been sending that out to local feed stores. The Splash Giant.
Always see the Splash Giants on there.
Yep.
So I think it is Mount Healthy sending them out in our local area. That's where they're getting them from.
Yeah.
But I feel like you see the Splash Giants a lot on those lists for the farm supply stores.
They're beautiful. I wouldn't mind restocking with some Splash at some point. Now, sometime in the 1870s or the 1880s, John and Thomas Black, a pair of brothers who ran a business supplying the New York and Philadelphia markets with roasting birds, started working on a heavier bird. They were in an area of Burlington County, New Jersey that saw a lot of farming for the meat market, and there was a great demand for bigger birds. So the Black brothers started crossing Black Javas, Dark Brahmas, and Black Langshans. I feel like you can see the Langshan in the Jersey Giant very easily.
Yeah, no wonder they're one of your favorite birds. These are all your favorite birds.
That's right.
So...
At first, there was no standard appearance for the Giants, but others in and around New Jersey started to obtain them and breed them. And I was looking through early poultry journals, and what I found was a lot of people selling Jersey Giant stock. A lot of times they would call them Black Giants, not because of the color, but because of the Black brothers.
Right.
I thought this was interesting. In the 1920 journal, I found Rosecomb Giants. So there were definitely people breeding kind of what they wanted, which was probably a rose comb for a colder area. But overall, people were trying to breed towards a standard appearance and a size. Once the breed had achieved that more uniform appearance, various breeders began showing them as a means of promotion to the public. And it sounds like they were promoting to the show community as well, because the Jersey Giant also became popular with chicken fanciers. I feel like early 20th century was really a heyday for them. They were a really popular bird.
It's just the old saying, bigger is always better. Sometimes it's true, sometimes it's not.
That's right.
I mean, it's for this chicken, that's what they were bred for, was the bigger, the better, the bigger size.
Right. And I was looking around just for some confirmation for that, maybe something the Black brothers had written, but I couldn't find anything. I found some sources saying or claiming that the Blacks' stated goal with this bird was to breed a chicken that rivaled the turkey in size.
I saw that somewhere too, I think.
Yeah, they're not there. They're not as big as a turkey, but they're pretty darn big.
I mean, you got feathering, first of all, with the turkeys that makes them look even larger that the chickens don't have.
Right.
The toms.
The National Jersey Giant Club notes that the turkey was dwindling in popularity near the turn of the century. When we've done our Thanksgiving spotlights on various turkey breeds, we have talked about this. So there were definitely some changes in the turkey market at the same time, but it must have picked back up in the 20th century, probably with the advent of breeds like the Beltsville White and the Midget White that fit smaller kitchens and smaller ovens.
Yeah, we talked about that a while ago,
right?
About how these turkeys were too big and they couldn't even fit them in the oven.
Or their refrigerators to keep them fresh. So
exactly.
Though they never replaced the turkey, the Jersey Giant, again, was very popular with Americans through much of the 20th century. I would say until heavy industrial farming came in. Those early poultry journals are filled with ads for chicks for sale, jerseys, breeding stock for sale or trade, and notices about which farms had which important bloodlines. Just one other note, I couldn't substantiate this, but I thought it was interesting. The American Poultry Association notes that some dark Cornish blood has been bred into the Jersey Giant bloodlines in recent times.
Okay, so the Jersey Giants do stand up to their name. They are tall, handsome chickens. They're more wide than tall, but they're tall just the same. I feel like they're heavier chickens. They're bigger.
I feel like Ricardo was as wide as he was tall.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about roos. Now, the hens are definitely, smaller. I feel like they're not nearly as tall as the boys were. They come in black, white, blue, and splash. The black is the most common color. Definitely. That's the one you're going to see now. Even though the splash isn't recognized, I feel like it's very popular in our area for the Giants.
For sure.
Now, they have straight combs, and sometimes the boys can have really big combs and wattles. I mean, really big combs and wattles. You're going to look at them and say they need major protection from the cold.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
For sure.
Now, they have red faces and slate-colored legs, and the soles of their feet are yellow. I always think that's cute when the little bottoms of their feet are a little bit of a different color.
If you have a bunch of black youngsters and you can't tell them apart, like let's say you have Australorps and Jerseys together, Australorp has a pink foot, Jersey has a yellow foot.
Exactly. So they have a broad, blocky body and a deep breast. Truly large birds, but they mature slowly and can take a long time to fill out their frame. Holly has talked multiple times about Ricardo having the vitamin deficiency. He was growing too fast. Those bones and his body needed way more than everything was given him. So roosters average around 13 to 15 pounds and hens around 8 to 10. They really are big birds. I mean, so here's the thing. You got to make more provisions for them, bigger houses, all the things, because they're bigger than normal.
Right.
The usual black, white, blue genetics apply here. The white was a natural sport of the black. So it's not like its own kind of thing, which is...
I mean, it is now. That happens. Color sports kind of spontaneously appear.
Yeah.
And then they select for it.
Exactly. The blue came from breeding the blacks and whites together, and splash comes along with the blue offspring.
If you're unfamiliar with the way the black color genetics work, just very quickly, if you breed two black birds together, you get black offspring. If you breed a black and a white together,
you get a blue.
You get 50% blue, 25% black, and 25% white and splash. I think I'm right there.
It's crazy. It's crazy how it works. But I mean, that's kind of where we are with a lot of when you go to the feed store and you look up, there's tons of splash with breeds that were just black or white.
Well, the blue Andalusian is another good example of the black, white, blue splash bloodline.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Now, Jersey Giant hens are decent layers of extra large, medium brown eggs. You're going to get about 3 to 4 per week while they're younger. As they get older, just like all chickens, you'll get less and less as they get, in an older generation.
Right.
They tend to slow down a little bit. Now, Holly's Jersey girls are going on 8 and still lay a few every now and then, right?
I only have Ruth Bader Ginsburg left. Here and there, she'll give me a little brown egg, usually just in spring, though.
She is cute. She's cute.
Very cute.
Jerseys do go broody. That's a good thing or a bad thing and can be good moms. If you want to be moms, this is a great thing. If you don't want a broody hen, still get them. There might be a chance they might not go broody. You never know.
Of my hens, only Ruthie ever went broody. The other girls did not.
Yeah. Use caution if you have a Jersey rooster in a mixed flock. They're often so big that they can easily injure smaller hens. This is talking about the boys not realizing their size. Man, they're big.
Yeah.
And they can stand some cold with that body mass. But like I was saying before, those combs and wattles, big. I think we might have a picture of Ricardo in the book.
We do. I mean, he is like all waddle all day long.
I think that's what we were trying to show was what waddles.
Unfortunately, that photo was taken after I had followed the internet myth, and Ricardo's long gone, so this is a long time ago, but that photo was taken after I had followed the internet myth of a dry coop will stop frostbite, and his points froze and fell off.
Yeah.
So his comb was even bigger than that photo originally.
I feel like a lot of people listen to that and you see a lot of roosters that don't have points on their combs. You don't realize in the very beginning when you're first starting chickens way back when what that was or why. And then after you learn, you're like, wow, what they must have gone through. It's so painful and
he was
so preventable.
He was in a lot of pain for a few days after that. I felt so bad about that. That's why I'm such a hard nose about taking good care of them in cold weather.
Oh, yeah. And their toes, too. Don't forget. I mean, you want to protect those toes, too. And in the summer, they do need plenty of shade, cold water, those pools, fans. Because of the body mass, they can overheat. So just keep an eye on them with that.
Jersey Giants are an awesome homestead breed, and they're really good. They're dual purpose. They're good across the board for a lot of things. One thing you should take into consideration, though, is that because of their size, you really don't want them jumping down from high rooster surfaces. First of all, they can easily injure their legs. And second, they can cause abrasions on their foot pads, which is an invitation for bumblefoot.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Make sure that they have some cushion, too, even from jumping a little higher, that they're jumping into a big mass of shavings or hemp or something to break that fall. Right. Now, they're great garden and farm helpers. They're going to get out there and find some bugs, turn over that soil, do all the good stuff for you.
They are gentle and friendly birds, and they're great for either showing or pets. They make great 4-H birds for kids.
Oh, yeah. They're gentle. They're laid back. Yeah. They're great.
I mean, they were one of I'd wanted them for years, and Marcy and I had started buying from the mill, our local feed store, and I walked in, I don't even remember what year it was. I think it was like the first year that Pete and I started dating.
Yeah.
And I walked into the mill, and they had Jersey Giants, and I texted Marcy and said, I'm getting them.
Yeah. I remember you getting them.
Yeah, I was really excited.
That was before any show stuff started or anything.
That was a long time ago, right?
And then I remember you saying one of them was a boy. We were talking on the phone or something.
Yes, it quickly became, his comb sprouted at like 5 weeks.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely. So here's the thing. We've been talking about this throughout this Breed Spotlight. They are easily found. Where can you get them?
Well, McMurray Hatchery carries a very nice line of black giants. If you're looking for showing, the National Jersey Giant Club is a good way to find breeders and get involved that way. Again, really good birds for 4-H kids. They're good for general homestead. They're good for a mixed laying flock. And if you like the elegance of a solid color bird with beautiful feathering, you can't go wrong with the Jersey Giant.
And check your local supply stores too, because they do have a schedule out right now. Usually we're in the thick of it, and check to see when they have them coming in.
Yeah.
So if you want to get your hands on them that way too.
Are you ready to dive into the fascinating world of backyard ducks? Look no further than Metzer Farms, your premier destination for top quality waterfowl. Whether you're a seasoned breeder or just starting out, Metzer Farms has everything you need to elevate your flock to the next level. And if you're passionate about call ducks, you're in for a treat.
Metzer Farms hatches a stunning variety of call ducks, meticulously bred for their miniature size, beauty, and calm temperament. From snowy whites to vibrant colors, each duck is a masterpiece waiting to grace your backyard. Visit MetzerFarms.com today to browse their extensive selection and start your journey into the wonderful world of waterfowl. Metzer Farms, where passion meets perfection.
If you're looking for a chicken coop that's produced in a planet-friendly, sustainable way, try Nestera.
Each coop is made from highly durable, 100% recycled plastic that keeps the equivalent of up to 2,000 shampoo bottles out of a landfill.
Their clean, modern design will fit into any garden or run area and comes with an industry-beating 25-year warranty and a range of handy accessories.
Simple to put together, so quick and easy to clean, and most importantly, red mite resistant. Your chickens will love it.
Quick shipping from Nestera.us.
For a 5% discount, use the affiliate link in our show notes, on our website, and on Instagram. Link in bio. Check them out today.
Eaton Pet and Pasture is a farmer-owned company based in upstate New York that creates USA-made sustainable products for backyard chicken keepers. From low-dust hemp bedding and comfy aspen nesting pads to nutritious treats and odor-eliminating products, everything is designed to keep your coop clean, healthy, and smelling egg-tastic.
All their products are made right here in the USA with ingredients that are safe for your flock and the planet. So whether you're doing a deep clean or just a quick refresh, Eaton makes it simple to care for your coop the natural way.
They're your one-stop shop for coop freshness and flock happiness, made easy.
Visit eatonpetandpasture.com to explore the full line of flock favorites and use the code COFFEE at checkout for a first-time purchase discount. Okay, so we ready to move on to main topic? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, this main topic is just us this week. We thought this would be a good week to just touch base on best beginner breeds for various different climates, because you're going to be making breed selections throughout the spring for your flock if you're expanding and doing all those good things.
Right. We're going to break it down, but just a note, remember that these are generalizations. And the reason they're generalizations is that weird climate stuff can still pop up anywhere. And we are looking at you, Texas.
Yeah.
In this day and age, you can keep any breed you want anywhere in the world as long as you're willing to make provisions and invest in some technology and good infrastructure. You can keep whatever bird you want.
Well, I mean, we get a ton of questions about this.
We do.
I'm talking a ton. So let's break this down. Best heat, cold, and combo breeds. Combo breeds but like Holly Ann said, it doesn't matter at this point as long as you're willing to make the provisions for these birds in other climates. If you want to be a more laid back keeper and not worry, then go with what's great for in your climate. That's
right. Tell me if you agree with this, Chris, because as I was writing up our outline for this topic, I started to think about the heat-hardy birds. And I think a lot of the most heat-hardy birds aren't necessarily the best beginners birds.
That is true because they're Mediterraneans. Now, Mediterraneans...
And game birds.
Yeah. They're smaller bodied chickens that have larger comb and wattles. And the reason they have the larger comb and wattles is because they need to regulate that heat a little bit better. That's the way to do it. We sweat. They don't. It's like dogs. They have pads. Comes out through their skin.
They don't have a ton of underfluff to keep them warm. They usually have like little teeny booty fluff instead of big bouffant.
Exactly.
I would say, this is just my opinion, of the Mediterraneans, I find that the brown leghorns may be the most laid back. So I think they might be a good one to try. If you are in the South or Southwest and you want to go with a really heat-hardy bird, try the brown leghorn.
And the other thing is, the more of one chicken that you get, the more they're going to band together and maybe potentially be more of a problem for you. So,
I mean, girl gang,
Andalusians and leghorns, maybe get one of each. If you're going to start out with 3, a brown leghorn, a white leghorn, Andalusian, and you really don't want to be mixing your bantams in with even the leghorns. If you're going to do a bantam flock in a warmer area, I feel like the leghorns are definitely going to be stronger over those bantams, but some of the bantams are spicy too. I mean,
yeah, especially like the Old English game birds. I mean, the rule of thumb for heat hardy is the Mediterraneans, and we'll name a bunch of them in a minute here. Small-bodied birds that don't have a lot of fluff, or true bantams. And the true bantams you're looking at like Saramas, Nankins, Seabrights, Japanese bantams.
Right. And those you can have a lot more of.
Right.
Even though the eggs are smaller. And you'll still get the, same amount in quantity and quality at that point.
So let's go through some of the Mediterranean breeds. And I'm going to start with one that's not an APA Mediterranean breed, but they come from the Mediterranean and they're excellent heat-hardy birds, but not for beginners. And that is the Egyptian Fayumi.
I feel like all that we're going to say in heat hardy, they're not going to be beginner birds.
Well, let's just go through so people just know
what's out there.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to go next with the Andalusian because we both have 2 of them and they are highly intelligent and you have to be able to keep their minds going. When they get bored, they will turn into a flock bully.
I think
but they're excellent layers. They're intelligent. They're easy to keep.
The Sicilian buttercup, that's another harder to get your hands on, but that's another Mediterranean that does very well in the heat.
Now, my favorite is the white leghorn because I have Lucy and I love Lucy to pieces. And the leghorn, sometimes you get out what you put in. You may have to work harder with them as babies with your hands and touching them and holding them and doing all the things, but you can work with them. Sometimes flightiness isn't badness. They have to be good.
Couple more Mediterraneans. You have the Ancona. You have the white-faced black Spanish.
Yeah, they're not beginners.
I mean, if you're really animal savvy, but Who are some of the other ones? You said the Ancona, the Minorca, the Pana de Sanca.
I feel like, too, if you have kids, go with the Bantams. Go with the Bantams if you have kids and you have beginners.
Yeah, I think that's probably not a bad way to go. Or again, you can get the birds you want, but make sure you have the infrastructure to protect them through temperature swings.
You're going to need heaters. Now, let's go on to cold hardy. This one's easy because you can protect them, and there's a lot of beginner breeds in the cold hardy family.
Cold hardy birds tend to be big, sweet, a little more slow moving, very, very feathery, wonderful for beginners. No matter what, if you get hot temperatures, you've got to take precautions for that.
There's a new thing out that is, you can get it, and I might be looking at it for my garage. It's like a portable AC unit that you can get at Home Depot for like $200-300.
Flower farmers have been using them in sheds for ages now.
Yeah, so I feel like that would be worth it rather than a million fans, and you wouldn't have to turn it down, a lot. But
I mean, if I lived in Arizona full time, you better believe I would have an air conditioned shed for my birds for the summer.
Even for them to sleep in at night would be perfect.
Yep.
So here's the thing. One of my favorite cold hardy beginner breeds is the Orpington. The Orpington is a big, fluffy, gentle breed, great with kids.
Of all colors. I mean, tons of colors.
That's what I was going to say. You can get whatever you want it to look like, you can find.
We've done many breed spotlights on Orpington, so if you want to know more about them, check that out. The whole Asiatic family, my favorites, all wonderful, all great for beginners, all great for kids, all beautiful chicken lady fancy flock birds, not the best layers. So that's Brahma, Cochin, and Langshan.
Salmon Faverolles, I love.
Probably the cutest chickens in the world.
If you want your kids to go to school and say, I have the cutest chicken that looks like a Santa chicken that's from the movie Frozen, that's great. Talks a lot, loves to follow you, great with kids. They're great. They will need help in the summer, that's for sure. But they're a great beginner's bird. Great beginner's bird.
We're going to talk about the American class for combo breeds in a minute, but I think that some of the big Americans, especially like the Wyandotte, can really fall under cold hardy because they have a small comb and a lot of body mass, and they just do well in colder temperatures.
Now, here's another best of the both worlds, the combo birds. So you want to kind of fall into the cold hardy or the combo birds, I feel like, if you're a beginner.
Yeah.
Now, let's go through them. I'll let you go first. It's our breed spotlight for today.
Well, okay, so the American class of chickens excels here, probably because so many of them are developed, like here in the Mid-Atlantic.
Yes.
And other coastal areas, things like that. So best of both worlds. They can handle some heat. They can handle cold. Jersey Giant.
The Heritage Delaware, one of our favorites.
Another one of my absolute favorite birds that I'd like to see more out there, that's the Dominique. Rosecomb, lots of fluff, beautiful, hardy birds.
The Java, excellent beginner bird, hard to find. That's the problem, accessibility with this bird, but they're a great hardworking bird. Great for beginners.
And the next one, she'll definitely do well in the cold too. That's the Buckeye.
I mean, they're from Ohio, so they got to do well in the cold.
They're an American breed with some size to them.
Yeah. Now, some of the English, including Sussex and Dorking, great beginner birds.
Absolutely.
I mean, if you want beauty and you want a great personality, the Sussex, they're there.
And you've got a couple different varieties. You could do speckled Sussex. You could do light Sussex with the Colombian pattern. And what I didn't put in best of both worlds that I think bears talking about are some of the continental breeds.
Leg bar already on the tip of my tongue here.
And I mean, they're in English, but Barnevelder, Welsummer.
Bielefelder.
Yeah. I mean, Bielefelder might edge into the cold because, again, they're big girls, but I mean, they've handled our summers okay.
Yeah. So there are great birds that are out there. I think where you're going to have the hardest time finding a bird is if you're in a really out in Arizona in the desert area, because if you're just starting out, you may need a crash course and get some of these Leghorns and Mediterranean breeds out there for sure.
If I were building a flock in some place like Arizona, and this is not a beginner's flock, though. That's the problem.
Exactly.
I would have Egyptian Fayumis. I would have Pana de Sancas. I would have a variety of Leghorns, especially like the Exchequer.
Yeah.
Birds like that. Probably some others that I can't think of off the top of my head.
Would you have more Andalusians?
I like the Andalusians. The Andalusians aren't a problem if you keep them busy.
I feel like they're an easy bird.
They are easy birds. Bored Andalusians are like the devil's workshop, though. You've got to keep them busy.
They're my feather pluckers in that flock.
Jeez.
But guess what? I found my feather plucker in the other one, Lucy. The lake. So maybe those Mediterraneans, it's like that boredom factor with them. If you keep them stimulated, they're not going to be a bad bird. You could get them as a beginner, but you have to keep
my Arizona flock would have some Sicilian buttercups in it too.
Yes, it would.
Just had to get that in there. Okay. So, I mean, I think bottom line there is beginner birds tend to be more cold hardy. Yeah, that's kind of the generalization there. And just get the birds you want and be prepared to do a little work to keep them comfy.
Listen to us and we'll help you along the way. And if you ever have questions,
buy our book.
If you ever have any questions, you can message us on Instagram or Facebook. And, if you ever have any problems, we'll help you through it.
If your flock could talk, they would thank you for shopping at Eaton Pet and Pasture, your one-stop shop for coop freshness and flock happiness made easy.
From their all-natural USA-made favorites like hemp bedding, roost refresh, and nesting pads to convenient product bundles that make chicken care simple, Eaton has everything you need to keep your coop clean, cozy, and odor-free.
Check them out at EatonPetAndPasture.com and use code COFFEE at checkout for a first-time purchase discount.
Okay, so are we ready to move on to
cracking eggs?
Cracking those eggs. This month is kid-friendly recipes because we want those kids learning how to cook in the kitchens early. So,
got another kid-friendly recipe. It's probably like the most perfect recipe out there, and that is chocolate chip cookies.
Ella will debate you that she has the best recipe ever. She makes these massive chocolate chip cookies, but she's been developing it for a few years. She's all happy with it.
My chocolate chip cookie recipe is based on Nook Malgeri's loaded with chips cookies. I would do a bake-off with Ella because I think mine are the best. This, however, is a really nice recipe. I have made this a couple different times because it's a little quicker than my other recipe. You don't need a mixer for this, just a whisk or, a good spatula or spoon to stir with. So perfect for kids.
When I was younger, I burned through so many hand mixers on cookie dough.
Really?
I did. I don't know what I was doing to my cookie dough when I was younger, but the KitchenAid mixer has been my best friend with cookie dough for a long time. I have a
KitchenAid stand mixer and a handheld KitchenAid mixer. I love my handheld mixer.
I have my handheld too, but I don't use it for cookie dough anymore because I burned out my share.
Girl, what are you doing?
It was way back when I first got married. I was like really burning them up. Those motors were gone. They were like gone. Okay, so let's go through the ingredients that we're going to need. It's a half a cup of butter or dairy-free butter, melted and mostly cooled, a half a cup of granulated sugar, a quarter cup of brown sugar packed, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, 1 large chicken or duck egg, preferably at room temperature, 1 3/4 cups of all-purpose flour or gluten-free 1-to-1 flour, a half a teaspoon of baking soda, a half a teaspoon of kosher salt, and 1 very generous cup of semi-sweet chocolate chips. We sometimes just empty out the bag.
Sometimes. For this recipe, I did it properly and said, very generous. But if I were making this, whole bag is going in there. Whole bag.
Yeah, exactly.
Sometimes whole bag and some extras, like some white chips or something.
Yeah, fun stuff. I love the cinnamon chips too.
I can't eat the cinnamon chips or
Really?
Yeah, because they have gluten.
Oh man, who would have thought?
I don't know. I guess they need it to make the chip consistency. I don't know. But as long as I can get dark, semi-sweet, and white chocolate, I'm happy.
Yeah.
Preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. You're going to microwave that butter for about 40 seconds so that it's melted, but you don't want it hot. So you want to sit it aside for a few minutes. You don't want to put it on in the microwave so long that it kind of boils. That's not good. But if it comes out mostly melted, you can usually stir it to melt it.
I always do mine just and then stir.
Yeah.
To mix it.
In a large mixing bowl, you're going to whisk together that butter and the sugars until they're well combined. You're going to add the vanilla and the egg and whisk some more until it's completely incorporated. Add the flour, baking soda, and salt. And mix it until the dough is just combined and comes together. It should still be soft and a little sticky. Then you're going to add those chocolate chips. That should make the dough a little less sticky, like fill it out a little bit more. If it is still too sticky at this point, pop it in the fridge for about half an hour. When you're ready to bake, you're going to scoop out about 1.5 tablespoons of dough. And you don't have to roll it into a ball, but roughly a round shape. You don't want it to flatten too quickly.
I always put mine in the fridge. I feel like it makes it so much easier to cut them and slice them.
Some cookies should not be refrigerated first, but chocolate chips are ones that you're safe. You can always put them in the fridge.
Oh, yeah, I always do. It makes it easier in the end.
You're going to take those dough balls, or whatever you want to call them, and place them about 2 inches apart on the baking sheet because they're going to spread a bit. Bake them for about 8 to 10 minutes or until the cookies are set and the bottoms are just starting to brown. Do not overcook them. And repeat with the remaining dough. This makes about 3 dozen cookies. You're going to allow them to cool and set on the baking sheet before you remove them. Otherwise, they will fall apart. And enjoy.
Enjoy. I always love giving kids. I always gave the girls melon ballers or ice cream scoops to do the
you
cookie
can get
scooping.
Cookie scoops that are like
they sell them now. Yeah.
Tablespoon and a half. Right.
Now they sell them. Before you had to like improvise. Now there's a thing for them. But it's always fun to push the ice cream scoop thing. And we've made cookies as big as ice cream scoopers before for chocolate chips.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, you can.
Yeah, you can make them what you want. Just you have to change your time in the oven. Just
right.
Keep an eye on it.
If you're doing that, watch them very closely because they can go over baked pretty quickly.
Oh, yeah, that bottom will burn, and that is not a good cookie. Okay, so let's move on to retail therapy. Retail therapy.
Yeah.
Okay, this week's retail therapy is our seed spotlight, and we're doing
garden cress.
Yes, we are.
Garden cress is a relative of watercress, but instead of growing in water, like watercress, it grows in soil. And like watercress, it's a member of the brassica or mustard family. It can confuse people a little bit because garden cress can be grown in aquaponic systems, but it is a different species than watercress.
I like watercress myself.
I love watercress. But watercress has to grow in water.
Oh, yeah.
So I grow a lot of garden cress just because I like it and it's easier to grow. Now, garden cress has been in cultivation for more than 2,000 years. It was grown widely in the Middle East. Some people point to Persia as the start of it. And it's also grown around the Mediterranean region for just about as long. It traveled through Europe and made its arrival in the New World via European immigrants. And it was widely grown in early spring gardens in colonial and early America.
Now, it is edible for both you and your poultry, so you can share. It's another nutritious superfood packed with vitamins A, C, and K, as well as magnesium and potassium. It's also high in water content. So this is a good one if you have those hot summer days.
Yeah.
You want it for hydration. That's going to be a good thing to give in the afternoon. The cress has mildly peppery taste, making it a good addition to egg or shrimp salads. That sounds really good for in the spring and summer. And you can stir it into some scrambled eggs and cheese. It's really good. You're going to give yourself some extra vitamins and then give your chicken some extra vitamins. And you can even add it to spring soups or pesto for added flavor or nutrition. It's good stuff.
It's really good stuff. Cress prefers cooler temperatures and it grows very quickly. So it's a great veggie to grow with kids because it's so quick and easy. It germinates fast. They can see it grow over days.
Right.
You can harvest it in as little as 3 weeks, which makes it a great garden companion for radishes. Once you harvest the radishes and the cress, you usually have a new spot for veggies that like things a little warmer. So it's a good crop rotation.
Right, exactly.
Some people choose to grow cress indoors in seed trays, and they harvest it at about 2 weeks for sprouts, shoots, and microgreens.
I love doing sprouts. They're easy. They're awesome.
Mm-hmm. In general, cress doesn't like hot weather, and it will bolt pretty quickly if you don't harvest it and you just continue to let it grow. But the good news there is that don't worry about wasting it. Poultry love bolted greens.
I mean, this would be one that you could just continuously keep growing in the house throughout the summer if you wanted it longer, because you're going to have, your house is going to be a little cooler. Now you're going to find cress with a few different names, cultivars, including upland cress, curly cress, pepper cress, and crinkled cress. That would be my favorite.
It is my favorite. I love crinkled cress. It's really good.
And Chrisie greens. I mean, like all these names, the crinkle cress, I would just want to say it constantly. Seeds are available from Pine Tree Garden Seeds, the Alliance of Native Seed Keepers, Johnny Seeds, True Leaf Market, and Territorial Seed Company, among others.
Yep. I didn't put Baker Creek in there, but I would almost bet that they probably have some.
They have everything.
I know. I know. My other favorite, Southern Exposure Seed Exchange, they probably do have some form of it. It's good stuff. I mean, it's really good stuff.
I always have the Baker Creek catalog. I actually have to get one because...
Oh, because you always buy the big one every year.
I buy the big one every year.
I get the one that they send in the mail, and I love that. But you buy the big one.
I always buy the big one, and then I'm like, okay, I'm going to do this. Sometimes it happens. Mostly, maybe it doesn't. Sometimes. I like to dream about them.
I would be very depressed if I didn't get to garden every year.
Me too. I do some gardening, just not. I do a lot of herbs. Okay, so should we tell everybody what we're going to be talking about next week?
Next week, we're going to spotlight a hybrid. We do that every now and again. This is one of the earliest hybrid breeds, and it's very popular with backyard chicken keepers and very widely available in feed stores, and that is the Golden Comet.
Yes.
Our friends Michelle Bruin and Stephanie Thoreau, small space homesteaders. These gals, if it's a small space, they can make stuff happen. They're joining us to talk about suburban homesteading.
It's going to be fun, and I can't wait to see them.
I'm telling you, if there's a veggie out there, they can grow it. They're amazing.
You guys need to follow them because their veggie stuff is beautiful. It's beautiful.
We're continuing with easier kid-friendly recipes. We're doing egg salad.
It's yummy too. So good.
And you can put cress in it. And retail therapy. Poultry phone cases.
That's a fun one. I like that.
That is fun. That's fun.
Okay, so what should we tell everybody to do until next week?
Hug your chickens, ducks, and geese.
And kiss them too. We'll talk to you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
If you'd like to see more of us, please follow us on Instagram at Coffee with the Chicken Ladies. If you'd like to help us grow the podcast, please leave us a written review on Apple Podcasts. If you'd like to become a patron of the show, please visit our Patreon page, patreon.com/coffeewiththechickenladies. Thanks for listening.